You're listening to the very 39th episode of the Celtic Crack Podcast.
Wow! We're back out of the game. Episode 39.
About time, not.
I was convinced it was episode 40 this week. Should have been episode 40 this week.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for what happened again last week.
We didn't do an episode.
Yeah, why was that again? I can't remember.
Russell?
Was it Russell?
I don't know. Should we blame
Was it just Russell, was it?
Was it that other fella? What's his name? I can't remember. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody was doing some interior design and I heard it. No.
Were they? Where on Kilkee? No, I don't know. Must have been no one's fault if no one can remember.
Yeah, at least we got a few clips up anyway during the week, thanks to Mikey. At least someone was doing something. I just realised fucking, I don't think I posted the last one yet, did I?
No, you did this today.
I did. Yeah, I did, yeah.
What one was that?
I can't hear you at all now.
What one was that?
The one where we were talking shit. The one about the all the shit talk one.
Oh, yeah.
The fucking outro on that, like.
Oh, just an episode
Where
of the
did
podcast, like.
What?
Just an episode of the podcast, like.
How'd you mean? Oh, yeah.
Shit talk.
Yeah, the fucking, no, the outro on that, like. Mikey finds a fucking picture. Did you see it?
Which
one?
one?
The one where we're talking about taking a shit.
Oh, no, I didn't see it.
The outro is a fella naked sitting on the fucking toilet with a gun.
Yeah.
A white face on him.
What the fuck? Oh,
Are you talking to me? I don't see nobody else in my bathroom.
And
They
then
must be talking to me.
the slow motion replay of sorry I dropped my gun. I was like, lads, he's getting really creative with these clips now.
Be telling everyone then every time, make sure you go onto Facebook, subscribe to this and subscribe to this and all this, and I'm not even fucking watching it myself then, like. Useless in fairness.
Yeah, sure.
You should say it to me one of the
Can't
days.
do it all, yeah. I should. I'll have a chat with you after
I
this.
would know.
Be
Can we
prepared.
just cut for a minute and we just have a chat? I'm back on with a black eye.
So you watched that clip? Yeah, I just watched it.
It was very good. It was very good now. Oh, it was the best.
So what's been going on recently, lads? I'd say the big news story seems to be the old Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Notre Dame. Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, it's a funny fucking one, isn't it?
Well, it's not that funny, like.
It's just funny as in, like, you know,
Not
in
ha
a bad way, like.
Yeah.
Like, don't leave your kids around him is a bit funny.
Like this kind of,
It's not always.
like when you're laughing, like it's kind of that funny, but when it's that funny you're talking about, it's kind of
It's funny one.
That kind of,
yeah, that's
funny,
funny.
like.
Well, it's not funny because poor Quasimodo's homeless now, like. You
Yeah.
know
Poor
what I mean?
bastard.
And you know how I feel about that.
Oh,
Ripping on
Jesus.
yourself.
Russell's over there. Fuck the church. What about Quasimodo? Art my bollocks. Art isn't going to put a roof over his head.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's a weird one, though, isn't it? Like fucking... I remember, like, the first I heard, within the space of a few hours of the place going on fire, they'd raised, like, 300 million between two people who donated money.
You were one of them, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Russell's
He donated a fiver and a fella donated 2 million. 299. Yeah, 300 million between two people, and then it went up to over $1 billion or something, didn't it?
That's fucking mad, man.
It is
They'll be able
crazy,
to do it
like.
again. They'll be able to redo the whole place and, like, refit, like, all Energy 7 bulbs in there as well.
Yeah.
Probably.
Job.
Look,
Yeah,
save
I don't
money,
know,
like.
man. It's weird. Like, I'm sure it was a fucking fantastic church now, and if you were into art, you'd love it and all that, but, like, don't give a fuck about it
Yeah,
at
but
the
it's
end of
not
the day.
going to be the same. It's been burnt. It's not historic anymore. It's going to be more modern.
That's true, yeah.
You know,
like-
why even do it?
I can't make out, like, how the fuck does a church burn? Like, it's all stone.
Wasn't
No,
there...
there was a lot of wood in the roof of it, and
Yeah.
the wood that they used was like trees that were 300 or 400 years old when it was actually
man,
built.
let's go up
So
straight
they can't
away.
they don't actually have the trees to replace that stuff, so they're going to have to kind of redesign it, and it's not going to look exactly the same.
Yeah.
again.
It's going to be just more modern,
Yeah.
like.
Well,
I forgot about the roof. But,
There's
like,
a
what the...
alleged conspiracy theory to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The president, what's his name?
Macron.
Whatever he's called. I don't know, but,
Not even going to attempt that. Fuck you.
that's the truth. But apparently they're saying that it was a deflection tactic over all the yellow vests and all that, so it took everybody's mind off of all the
reckon?
protests. Yeah, that's
It's a
the
bit much, though.
conspiracy.
It's a bit much
That's
for
the conspiracy behind it. I
protest,
know.
is it?
Well, look at 9/11.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
They
was that
did,
for?
they did that on purpose to
Mask what?
mask that George Bush was a retard or something like that.
Yeah.
Can't really remember. So many mad things have happened. But yeah, like fucking, I don't know, man. How the fuck does a fire happen inside a church
Was
like
there
that
work
where
being
it
done in
gets...
there or something?
I don't know of.
That's
like,
what I thought.
I haven't
So
heard
There
anything.
was, I think,
Yeah.
because there was scaffolding and everything there when I saw pictures of it burning, like, so there was something going on there already.
Insurance
Fucking hell.
job, so is it?
I couldn't get my head around it. Like, if you think of like big churches like that, like, you know, like how the fuck, like, when you think of how high the roof is, what could be burning in the church that's going to reach the roof? Like, it's kind
Yeah,
of
but it could be
like,
something. Could it be something that started up high? Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe
Then
if they
again-
were working on it, I don't know. Is that all scaffolding in
See
the
the
picture there?
scaffolding
Is that?
behind it there, no?
Oh,
Yeah,
look.
but
Who
Well,
knows?
I
Could
know,
have been a
but
fella doing a bit of welding now and just whoop.
I just remembered something. I joked there saying insurance job.
Yeah,
They would be insured, wouldn't they?
I suppose.
Or
Yeah.
maybe it's priceless.
Probably-
Priceless art in as well, I wouldn't say so.
I
Or
don't know.
maybe.
No, they have to have some kind of insurance, like.
Yeah, but
surely.
why is people donating it?
Yeah, it's true, actually. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
If AXA can pay for it, like.
Pamela,
Suppose,
1, 2,
yeah.
3.
Pamela Anderson was giving out that all these millionaires are offering to, you know, fund it and everything, but they wouldn't have to fucking fund starving children in Africa.
Yeah,
as
yeah.
fast as
True.
this.
Yeah, that's
right.
true. Yeah, she's
That's
For
right.
a dumb blonde, she's onto something.
That's the point that a lot of people are making. Like, there's fucking
Yeah, it's a bit of
children
a joke,
starving.
like.
Like, where's all the donations for Syria, Africa? Where just mad shit going on. And no one
Like
cares.
a whole city was bombed in Syria. This is what people are saying. A whole
Country.
Damascus, but there was a whole city at one stage just flattened by American and English bombs. And I think only France themselves only pledged 30 million or something like that towards it. But then a little church burns down. Everyone, they have $1 billion in the space of 2 days.
Yeah, it's mad. All right.
It's fucked up. Like, it just goes to show you, like, they put more value on a piece of art than human life.
Yeah, like the money
Weird,
is
like.
there, but
Yeah.
what do they want to fucking use it for? Like, do you know what I mean?
Imagine having that kind of money that you could just donate hundreds of millions. Like,
Sure, didn't like Acast go over to some village or something like that in Africa and
Yeah.
fucking fit him out with water or something like that, and he did it like in.
yeah,
No
electricity.
time.
I think
Electricity.
supplied the
Was
whole
it-
place with
electricity? No, I
electricity,
thought it was
probably
water.
water as well.
Yeah.
But
Might
like,
have
and
been-
do you know, if he can do that, like, fair enough, he was fucking famous, popular and stuff like that. But it's not as if he's some fucking. Do you know he?
Multi-billionaire or anything like.
Do you know he was for a while? He was fucking big, well up there for a while, but not that
Yeah.
many years. Like, do you know what I mean?
He wouldn't have had that kind of money though, like
No.
the money that these fuckers
Yeah.
have that are donating here. Like,
but
they're
And
he's
obviously
able to do that. Like, do you know what I mean?
billionaires.
It just goes to show what is concern, UNICEF, all them. What are they doing with all
Yeah.
the donations?
They're
Fuck
definitely
off.
making big money. Like,
Oh, of course.
Unbelievable. Yeah, but they're all paying their own jobs. That's all it is.
Yeah. You see, sure, like in the last few years, like where loads of people did research into these, they did investigations into all these charity companies. Like, there were loads of them in Ireland were caught out. They were just like fleecing fucking
Completely
everyone, just-
fraudulent,
just
like.
keeping all their money, most of it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like with all of them, it seems to be the case that like the majority of the money that they raise goes back into organising fundraising events.
Yeah.
There's
for
just a
fuck's
perpetual fucking just keeping your
Just
money shit. Like,
constant
you know.
circle. Like,
There was
Yeah.
one whistleblower. He worked for Red Cross, and they destroyed him because he came out and said how corrupt they were.
Yeah.
There was a big earthquake in Pakistan back, say, 10, 12 years ago, whenever. But he was sourcing blankets near Pakistan for lowered amount of money to save money.
Yeah, it was
Do you know,
ridiculous.
like,
It was
yeah.
like £3 a blanket or something.
Exactly.
And,
But he was told in by the higher ups to get him here in Ireland. So they were all
He had to
rubbing
pay-
each
it
other's
was-
shoulders.
they were
You get what
paying-
I'm saying?
I remember he ended up paying something like £18 a blanket or
blanket,
something
yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. When he could
Yeah.
get, he was like, I can get him for £3 a blanket.
Just
They
to
were
spend the
no,
money,
no.
like.
They wanted to give the contract to one of their friends or
Yeah.
whatever, you know.
It was
That's the kind of shit that they do the whole time with the likes of Dennis O'Brien and all. You know, he's a pally with the top boys in politics, so he gets all the big contracts. Like,
You think them with a charity group that they'd be minimising costs, trying to keep
Of course,
costs
yeah,
down
yeah, yeah.
to try and have more funds to help people. But they're
just
only
get them
helping
wherever,
themselves.
they can get them cheap and get the most
Yeah.
that they can get for
Yeah,
people. Like,
Exactly.
instead of just fucking getting them to like, oh yeah, we'll get them here, so we'll help out this fucking person, whatever.
But to
Yeah,
give
most
a
of
billion,
us.
Bit of a
billion
joke.
to restore a church is a bit much. Like, you know what I mean? For fuck's sake.
church,
Who the fuck gives a bollocks about churches these days? For God's sake.
a lot of people apparently, like, especially it's the
A lot of
art.
billionaires.
I think, like, wasn't it just full of all sculptures and art pieces and shit like that? Like,
Goblins and gargoyles.
yeah, there was fucking man. Did you see There's one little statue. You know, it's like little, like those gargoyles. The way they're done, like they're kind of engraved into the side of the church or whatever. Like, there's one there of it looks like a little boy who's bent over sucking his own dick. What? Did you see that?
Jeez,
No.
That's on the
no.
church. Like,
Ah, yeah.
he's genuinely bent over with his own dick in his mouth.
Yeah, but is he like, or does it just
No.
look like that?
Oh
like?
no, it's 100% that. Yeah, we'll have to see if we can find that, Mikey.
And what period are they coming from? Like,
Period.
I know you'd say that.
We had to. We're being very serious here.
Yeah.
You know,
I had to make some kind of a joke.
I know you would.
You were
That
just
Renaissance, they're all from back then.
Is that what you were trying to do? We were just trying to inject a bit of fucking semen into this.
A bit.
Russell's a bit of a history buff now.
I love history. Look, I've no problem in restoring history or whatever, but that's a bit much.
You can't, though. It's a bit impossible, do you know what I mean? Unless they go in and get fucking...
It's burnt, get rid of it.
It's none of those.
We'll get rid of it now, like flatten it, put a Starbucks there.
Yeah.
Maybe say offensive Notre Dame fucking sculpture or something. Or whatever, yeah. But it's definitely, anyway, it's not like it just looks like that. This is a young lad like bent over with his pants down and he's giving himself a blowjob.
Lucky bastard.
I know, yeah.
This is what, unless no, it was some kind of, it's from something else, but this is what was shared online fucking when it happened. Like, people were
probably
like,
just someone photoshopped
people were all like, this is what they want to fucking rebuild.
Watch him. He's probably fucking
in deep thought.
Withered.
Where will I get $1 billion?
Withered.
Weathered and withered.
When you go down to collect your money, it's not the post office.
Yeah. He looks like he got dumped.
Yeah.
The boy could end up giving himself his own head.
What's this now?
Oh, there's some of them. Yeah,
That fella's
so it was
thick
that
AF,
kind of a thing,
fella
like,
with the
but-
tail. He's chunky but funky.
What the fuck, man? There's some mad jokes. Like, if you ever look at any of these churches that have all them kind of sculptures around them and all, there's some weird shit in
Why
there.
is there
Like,
evil looking ones like?
I don't know. Like, this is supposed to be, I suppose, this symbolises the struggle between good and evil and blah, blah, blah. I don't know.
That
There's
was
some
all
freaky
ways.
shit, though, on
They were all
churches.
created back in the day by the church. Too frightening you to say that's what's in hell now. So be good and give us
Come
money.
here.
Give us money and you won't go to hell. And
How come the pastor got to have him a nice car?
Yeah. I said, don't ask, no questions.
I was only watching that last night.
How come? Oh, why come?
The pastor got to have him a nice house. Oh. How come? Oh, why come the pastor got to have him a nice car?
yeah.
Don't ask, no questions.
Just give the money. At the end of it, he says in.
Get that collection plate
Yeah.
around.
Could you get the clip plate from sir? You get the plate from sir?
Yeah, was it one of them said something like, I got $20 right here, and he's like, get that plate over there, no?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
I think
I
so.
don't know.
Fucking brilliant, man.
Where the party at? Where the party at? Two of them doing the fucking... Don't be a minute, South Central drinking juice in the hood. That's what I'm referring to.
Yeah, I'd nearly go back and watch that now. I have a feeling I'd find it funnier these days for some reason.
Yeah.
Just because it's so ridiculous. Like.
You know, I put it on last night just literally because I hovered over it on Netflix. It's on Netflix now.
Oh, no.
I hovered over it and it just started playing, you know, a little clip.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck it, I just pressed play on it. Then I thought I'd watch fucking 15-20 minutes of it. I ended up watching the whole thing, like.
And is the whole name of it on it, or did they just call it Don't Be a Menace? Or something?
No, the whole name, yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Whole name. And fucking, no, actually I did remember. I was going to say I didn't remember, but I did. Where he's there and he's like, he's sitting on the porch or something, he's talking, he's like, it's they don't care about being a menace to society, or menace to South Central while drinking their juice in the hood. And your man just comes along and is like, what the fuck is he talking about? You know, your man was like, message.
Oh, yeah.
That's the director. That's
Is he,
yeah, that's their brother, Keenan Ivory.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He's the one who directs it.
Yeah, there's a load of them in it.
Yeah.
When he's a little baby, message!
Yeah. I forgot about a lot of that shit. Like, I forgot even about your man Ashtray until you mentioned him the other day.
Come on,
Ashtray.
cigarette?
But what they were joking about there, no, with the message is boys in the hood, all them.
They all have a
were
little
throwing out
message in 'em.
messages.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
like, oh, this life ain't the life for you.
Oh, actually, no, sorry. There's a different part of it where he turns on. He's like, what the fuck is he talking about? Because it's the pure fucking... It's meant to be like a message like that, and your man pops in, you're waiting for him to say a message, and he's like, what the fuck is he talking about? Oh, word, a candy bar. But no, it is fucking, you should definitely give it a watch.
class,
Very good. I know nearly all the fucking words of the cunt thing.
Yeah. I'd say I would have years ago. Alright, I would have watched it loads of times, like, but I forget most of it. Like,
Yeah.
I was looking at the part you put on Snapchat of the old grannies breakdancing and having a dance off
Very
inside
good.
the
or
church.
even the other part
Fuck's
where
sake.
he goes up. I bet you I'll get her number.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Break yourself. Yeah. But I was said to him last night, there's another part to that. The extended version where she comes back and robs him with
Did you
a
ever
gun.
see that, no?
Did you ever see the extended version?
Jesus, I don't know.
Do you remember he walks up and he's like, I bet you I'll get her number.
Yeah.
As she turns around, he's like, I told you to get her number. Remember he does that?
Yeah.
And then literally she turns around and sticks a gun back at him. And was like, you think you just come up here and get my number without... What was it about?
I think she robs him, don't she? She
dunno.
rolls up on him anyway, right after he walks away.
Straight, like literally straight after that
Yeah.
clip. It's
Yeah.
just her then pulling a gun out and him saying like, I don't, like, you think you can get my number without such a thing, whatever the fuck. And she kind of goes back on him. And there's another only about 2 little extra bits in the movie, like, and it's literally about makes the movie about a minute and a half longer than it actually is.
I don't think I've ever seen that now. Which is weird.
It'll say it if you ever see the DVD anywhere. Do you know, at the odd time you'd see the fucking DVD somewhere in a shop or whatever.
Yeah.
But it says underneath like extended version or
Fuck's
something
sake,
like that.
Extended
I've
Or
seen
version.
it.
special edition or something like that, and there's about a minute more extra
minute,
footage.
The
in
best
it, like.
part of that movie is when he's pumping the liquor into her and she's like, I goes a bit crazy sometimes. You know, I thought that was brilliant. Yeah,
Oi,
you go,
motherfucker,
girl.
let's get it on.
But
Still doing all this.
but the minute he heard that, he got all excited. He was like, yeah, girl,
Yeah.
you go crazy. You go.
And then he's screaming. She's dragging him, then he's bollocks naked on the ground.
Fuck's sake.
I know. I'm like that now when I drink. Changes
Get
like
a bit
that.
crazy.
Turn into a demon.
A demon.
Demon.
Be a demon on a
Let's
drink.
get it on.
Fuck's sake. Yeah, fucking, what was this story anyway here? Rear naked choke. MMA fighter fends off masturbating fan during steamy photo shoot. I saw this, like, there's no video for it, Mikey, is there?
It's not, no.
No.
I saw this,
Did you-
someone shared it.
Did you take a video when you were doing it?
No.
Was this down in Kilkee last weekend?
I didn't go
Good
back
talk
for
I
it.
just came up with there, wasn't it?
Yeah, very good.
Funny thing about this is that your man probably wanted her to do it.
Probably, yeah.
Choke me
yeah.
over him having a wank.
Yeah. Erotic
Choke me once I
asphyxiation.
choke myself.
Erotic asphyxiation is called. It's the number one cause of awkward funerals.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
He died doing what he loved.
Yeah. Who is your one? Is her name there? She's not a UFC fighter, is she?
Doesn't matter, does it?
She must be.
I don't think it matters.
Well, still though, if I knew her, like, I'd be like, oh yeah, fair play to her.
Yeah, but look
If
at her.
I knew her.
Joyce Vieira. Or something like that.
Yeah.
Joyce Harvey area.
Where did that happen? Is it in Brazil or something?
Brazil,
Or
I
she's
think, yeah.
Brazilian anyway, yeah.
She's
Fucking
nice.
hell, like, she was doing a photo shoot and some fella just came up having a wank. So
No
she-
hair whatsoever, like.
Huh?
No hair whatsoever.
No
Tell you
hair.
one thing, boy.
Brazilian, like.
Oh, yeah.
He'd no
Is it?
patience just to wait for the photos to come out. Like,
Like, these photos might not even make it to the internet.
It's always better live.
But like,
A
this is
lot
like a
more
live
exciting.
photo.
I wonder, is it real though? Or did she just set it all up?
But like, I looked, they made photographs, a
Everything.
real thing.
Everything's a conspiracy now.
He
Oh, yeah.
reportedly approached her in a state of undress.
A state of undress.
If you're like taking off his clothes as he was on the way over.
They make it sound way, well, I suppose, yeah, you can't really make that sound worse. But they just tried to put it into words, mate, like MMA fighter slams wanking masturbating man. Slams.
Slams.
UFC slams man.
27-year-old fighter known to her friends as Princess Fiona took issue with the unwanted attention, throwing a few blows at her admirer.
he probably came on the spot.
Sick.
Is
Well,
anyone else going to say it, no? I thought
Go
you
on.
would say, like, throw a few blows at her.
Nah.
No.
Should probably smoke you.
Yeah, I don't mean that way, like, throw. Smoke my pole.
Never mind a few blows off for myself.
I'd give her a blowjob. I mean, no, not that.
I'd blow her job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't blame him though. In his defence, like, look at that.
Yeah, but imagine if she actually tried to walk out into the sand in those heels.
No, that'd be lawful,
She'd
wouldn't
just
it?
hop off the ground.
Sunken. Should be sunken into.
She would. Oh, wait, just little plant pot is lovely.
The message there, though, is be careful who you're fucking with because you just never know.
Message?
What the fuck is he
You
talking
just
about?
never know. That's what makes me laugh about lads. Like, I've known a few lads over the years that can barely fight for shit, like, and they're constantly going around starting with people, like, you know.
I just think
Every
like, try
night.
and care.
Yeah, every night they're out drinking and all, and like, you're going to come across some dangerous bastard one of the nights and you're just going to get broke up, like. The difference, like, is unreal. Like, there's, do you know what I mean? That was a woman that was able to take out a man, like, just because she was trained.
Yeah.
Imagine if another woman started on her in a
Well,
nightclub
no
or
minute.
something, like.
He had only one hand to fend her off, like.
And it is trousers down around his ankles. Like,
True,
Yeah,
might
could
be
run
true.
either.
It's very sexist. Do you mean to tell me that you don't think a woman could beat a man in a fight? Come
Of
on.
course I do, but I just given a bit of defence to him.
Nah,
like,
a
you know?
woman, that kind of woman anyway, yeah. In general, no.
Genuinely.
I haven't been beaten yet anyway. I haven't lost that fight to a woman yet.
Yeah, but I haven't either, but because it's not fights and not wins and all that.
Not.
losses.
Not.
Not,
So you're basically undisputed, like.
Oh, for fuck's
Photos
sake.
get fixed after protester spray paints penises around them.
That's
man,
brilliant.
that's the funniest thing ever. I love that, man. When you're driving around the place or walking or whatever, and you see just bad penises painted onto walls, man. It's fucking the best.
Yeah. I saw someone in someone's car recently. I think I sent it to you actually. I
Drawn-
was like, oh
written-
yeah,
drawn
real
the dirt,
mature.
like, is it?
I think so, yeah. I can't even remember now. It was on the window or something.
Yeah, it's very
Someone
good.
just did a
And the
little
pubes are always just like straight lines
Yeah.
coming off the bollocks. Like.
like that, like
But
And
that
a
was a
line
clever-
coming out of the top of it, look.
That was a clever idea.
it is, yeah.
Definitely.
Just
yeah.
the right job.
Mm,
Shame
Penises.
I'm into doing it.
exactly, yeah.
But that's awful.
Wanksy.
Wanksy. This one is a little cock and balls drawn around a pothole, and it has a little few lines squirting out the top, and then it says Wanksy for people listening to the audio.
Yeah. Oh, that's a big veiny triumphant motherfucker.
Oh, that's a big fella
It's,
bent over, isn't it?
Is it?
And
Oh,
with, a,
look.
with a cock ready to go into his arse.
And Wanksy wrote that as well.
Into
The
his
pothole is his,
pothole.
the pothole is his hole.
Anyway, how do you know it's a fella?
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
He knows the shape of it. Like.
Experience.
Oh, the hips don't lie, not it, Mikey?
Sick. Wanksy, like.
Wanksy.
Very good.
Yeah, that fucking Banksy as well, man, confuses the fuck out of me.
Stop,
Like, how does everyone know, like, that a piece is done by him? Do people know who he is or not?
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so
No.
either. But, like, yet, apparently he has a hotel, doesn't he, that you can go and stay in.
Fuck off.
Yeah. And it's pure weird, like, it's all, you know, artistic and blah, blah, blah. And I think there's a room where, like, when you open the curtains, it's just a brick wall. And that's like, oh, ironic. Do you know,
Yeah,
whatever.
but sure,
like,
how can he, if he's anonymous, like, how can he be fucking wealthy enough to have a fucking hotel?
exactly.
Like,
But
I
he,
just say-
apparently he has a hotel, anyway.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't say it's his.
So-
I said they just pay for his.
No, it's
brand.
supposed
What
to be
about
his.
if someone just had a ball of money and they're like, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to pretend that I'm Banksy and I'm going to open up a hotel. What's he going to do? Fucking, do you know what I mean?
I don't know, like, how he communicates with anyone, like, do you know?
He probably hides behind walls and stuff. He'd be like, hello, I'm Banksy. And they'd be like, come out and see us. Come out and talk to us. Like, no, I'm anonymous. It's not safe. Yeah. But like, okay, just put on this wig over your face and come out and talk to us. No.
Every time there's one of his pieces done somewhere, like, how the fuck do they know it's actually his? Like, because
Like,
most
oh,
of the
that
time,
looks like a Banksy piece.
yeah, but most of the times they're just a stencil. Like, I
Yeah,
could make
yeah,
one of
yeah.
those stencils there and just go out and spray it on the wall.
Mm.
Do you know?
But then again,
how does he claim it?
you're dealing with artists here. They're all good at forging as well, so you could have loads of them claiming to,
Oh
to
man,
be
like
him.
they're the most basic things ever. Like he
Yeah.
does some cool stuff now, like, but he does ones that's literally just a stencil that he puts on the wall and sprays over it with spray paint and walks away, like it's all like a shape of a rat or something like that. That's it.
That's the case.
People
He's
like
been
that's
in
a
Limerick
Banksy.
because I've seen a few of them around the
Yeah.
place.
I remember snakes as well.
Yeah.
But I remember there was one he did of a rat in Melbourne, and there was a plumber was doing a job.
Are we
or whatever.
talking about this?
I don't know, but he drilled
We're
straight
on
through it
repeat.
anyway.
Oh, you were saying that,
Yeah,
yeah.
he drilled a hole straight through it, and everyone was giving out as a Banksy piece. And still at the time, I was like, how the fuck do they know? Like,
Yeah.
it was
We
just
should
a
definitely do it.
stencil. Like,
Yeah, but there's other things like he
we do a lot of them around the town.
He did other artwork, not just spray painting. He did
Yeah.
money and I seen it.
Yeah,
on-
he's most known for those kind of ones, like Mikey had up a second ago, where it looks like a fella. See him, it's like he's about to throw a petrol bomb or whatever, but it's a
Oh,
bunch
yeah.
of flowers. Those kind of things he does, like.
It's that fucking big?
Yeah, that is a big one now.
Banksy's real name is Robert, apparently.
No, there's
isn't,
loads of
um,
them there after being up already.
Yeah, there's that one of the girl letting go of a balloon or something.
That's
as well,
his most
isn't it?
famous one, is it? The balloony one?
Yeah, it'll be one of them anyway. I think there's another one as well where it looks like there's a woman picking up the the wall as a curtain. She's picking it up and sweeping stuff under it or something.
And it made us
There it
the
is there,
only
yeah.
time you'd wish your building was vandalised, wouldn't
Yeah,
Yeah, fucking hell.
exactly,
like.
yeah. I just get someone in, be like, you're good at painting, yeah? Pretend they're Banksy and paint this onto my wall.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it anyway. Like, cause his stuff is shown in art fucking exhibitions and shit as well. Do you remember the prank he did on people there recently, where the piece of art shredded itself?
No.
Did you see that? He one of his pieces was on display in some whatever art exhibition or whatever, and everyone was standing around looking at it, and it was like a little painting kind of thing inside in a frame, and then all of a sudden, without warning, like the painting just dropped out of the frame, and like it was a shredder built into the frame, so it shredded it into pieces, and everyone was just standing
That
there
was
looking
Banksy,
at it,
like,
like,
is
what
it?
the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah.
He did it himself on purpose, like for the laugh.
Sake.
And like they were saying, like it would have been worth a fortune, like if he didn't do that to it, but he just shredded it in front of everyone, like.
Fuck it. She might as well.
sake.
That's fucking
Yeah,
get
it's
people
just-
talking, like
It's only a piece of paper to him, really, like at the end of the
chasing
day.
coppers.
But he is making money out of it all. So he
He
is
must
made
be,
a
yeah. I'm
fortune,
telling you,
so
he owns a hotel.
he'd
I
have
know
to
what he
have
does.
everything he does. Say the word for me.
Copyrighted.
Yeah, and
Authenticated.
exactly, and he'd have to have it all. Say if somebody
Appraised.
comes up with a new invention, what do they do?
Oh, like
The
patented.
patent, yeah. His logo and his brand be patent.
Who's that dancing?
Yeah, I don't know.
There.
There on the yellow.
I think it's Benjamin Netanyahu. Was it?
Jesus Christ. Benjamin, who now?
Two middle fingers.
Prime Minister of Israel.
Jesus, boy.
Oi, Prime Minister.
Fuck yourself, can't.
Now they're trying to say he's Israeli, but isn't he British, shouldn't he?
There was one there a minute ago, Donald Trump. Did you see that one a minute ago? And it was like possible new Banksy piece. So that's the way it is, like, is people don't even know, like.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what
There's
I'm saying.
definitely a lot of
Artists
them.
can imitate other artists.
Yeah.
Like, do you know how many fucking Mona Lisas and all that were fucking forged?
Was there?
Big thing, yeah.
So it'll be hard. It would
Mr.
be a
Bean
tough
done it,
one.
sure.
Yeah.
I remember hearing a story about a fella that successfully like pulled it off with a load of paintings. Like
Yeah.
he really
Yeah.
did his research, like, you know, so he got like the kind of canvas that would have been around like hundreds of years ago or whatever, and he mixed up the paints and all the way they would have been, and he did it to perfection. Like, but
Oh.
he ended up getting caught, I think. Anyway,
Pricks.
watch him. Looks like Samuel L. Jackson
Oh,
doing a
it
line
does,
of
yeah.
coke.
The path of the righteous man.
Yeah. Oh, fuck it. That's the one. There, see the one overhead it when the gold frame to the right of that. Yeah, that's the one that just shredded itself in front of everyone. You can see it.
Oh,
there in the
that
other
one did,
pictures. Yeah. See it there in the last picture. Yeah. Yeah. While
Oh,
people
for
were looking at it,
fuck's
just
sake.
dropped out of the frame and shredded to pieces.
They were all now there. I'll give him 100 grand for it. I'll give
Banksy
him
could face prosecution.
Now
After
for
shredding
shredding
it.
his own picture.
How was that? He must have had it. He must have signed something, a contract with the fucking things, whatever. Say like, once you give us this is our property or some shit
Probably,
like
yeah.
that.
Man,
It was sold for
Oh.
1 million.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god!
Jesus.
After
So
it was sold.
It was sold for £1 million at auction and then it's shredded. Oh, lads. But I think that's as far as it went. As you see it in the picture, I think it hung down like halfway, so it didn't drop all the way out. So you could probably keep that and stick it on the wall anyway. Something different, like, isn't
Do
it?
you know
Yeah, the
what I
wind didn't
seen?
come in and just take it. Like,
People just have too much money, don't they? I seen the other day, Marilyn Monroe dress went for 2.4 million.
yeah.
Yeah. Another one she wore when she sang to John F. Kennedy.
Oh yeah.
Fuck's sake.
I seen on a game show, it was a question on a game show, but the answer to it was 2.4 million.
Sure, like, smell will be gone off it now by now.
I was only watching something
Smell
recently.
of mott balls.
Was it maybe it was Pawn Stars I was watching, and there was something that came in, and fuck it, what was it? I can't remember now what it was, but whatever it was anyway, was it Arnold Schwarzenegger? I think bought. Oh man, this is a shit story. This is too
Whatever.
bad.
I can't remember what it was, but whatever it was good anyway.
Yeah, no, Arnold Schwarzenegger bought it. It was like something like belonged to Elvis or fucking something that belonged to someone like that.
Yeah.
But Arnold Schwarzenegger bought it, had the best fucking part of it anyway. I don't know, stupid story.
So one
We cut that out.
one fella in America, man, he had a motorbike, and he found
Imagine that was all.
the book of it, and it went back to previous owners, and it turned out Elvis owned it back in
Yeah.
the day. Yeah, he got about 15 million for it.
Oh, yeah.
You know
I
what I
think
mean?
I saw that as
Yeah.
well, yeah.
You know, that'll just tell you.
It's crazy, isn't it? Elvis is big business, boy.
Yeah.
Anything to do with Elvis. Sexy ginger men wanted for calendar celebrating Europe's hottest redhead.
Yeah. Oh,
Finally
Russell.
a job for me.
Dun, dun, dun.
I might be able to come off the dole.
And you're starting to grow the hair out and everything.
I
yeah?
know, yeah.
Fuck.
Let the beard
Well,
go.
they won't be able to photo me here. They'll have to photo me down there.
Like
He
he's not
pointed to
sexy.
his-
Oh, wait a minute.
He pointed to his head and then his penis.
That makes you attractive.
You should let your beard grow, man. You look like a
100%.
fucking mad Viking bastard you would.
Yeah.
no.
Look at him in that picture, like with a big massive red beard.
Yeah, you'd look like everyone else in the podcast then, because Joe grows beards and
Yeah.
you grow beards sometimes. And
sometimes.
look at Mikey's big beard, like.
Mikey's
To
beard
me,
is fucking ridiculous,
a
though.
man has
Majestic.
to,
Mikey's gone like way beyond.
It's a thinking man's beard.
He's
Yeah.
like, he's gone to wizard level now. Like,
Yeah, it's like fucking your man or the Adams family,
um,
Morticia.
that's a beard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who has a beard in the Adams family? Is there someone?
Cousin it.
Is it?
Oh,
Yeah.
that fucking thing, yeah.
Thing.
Beard. Thing, yeah.
Gets a bit
Thing,
gay.
thing
at
was the
times.
hand, isn't it? Cousin it was the hairy one.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
correct,
yeah.
yes.
Little hand hanging around by itself. What's
Yeah.
all this then? Ah, look at
All
the boys.
very
Oh,
howdy.
they're having a good old time.
Bit of horseplay,
Yeah.
Fuck's sake, just joshing with you, bro.
splashing and stuff.
There's actually nowhere now that I suppose if I was to be anywhere in that picture now, where would you be in that picture now? If you had to be in the picture.
On your knees.
Drowning yourself.
On top.
With the mouth wide open.
Your man on the left is there, I suppose, is the most least uncomfortable
The safest,
person,
yeah.
I'd say, yeah.
Although, like,
He's an arm around him and an arm by his hand by his boob.
what about like
It's very homophobic.
your man
you
that's
know, I
on
have to
that's
say.
on his
No.
back? Like, he can get out of there if he needs to quicker. He has a hold of the other two lads, so they're in
Yeah.
a bit of a compromised position.
Oh, you don't like being insecure around men
Well,
like
I
that.
just don't
gee,
like
that's
being
very
hugged by
homophobic.
half-naked men. Like,
Yeah, almost fully naked men.
yeah.
Well, they're in touch with their...
With red hot written on their jocks. Do you know what I mean?
Fuck that.
They're
yeah.
in touch with each other, man. They're all wrapped around each other inside the water. Fuck that.
You always have to have an escape route, like, so I'd rather be the one on the outermost
Yeah.
of the group,
The leftist one.
so you can just push the back of your man's head and get out of there.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'd
Done,
And
it,
rather,
done
plus-
it many times.
And plus, he's very good looking.
to be honest, I'd rather be taking the photo.
Would you, yeah?
Save that there now.
One for the
Yeah.
memory bank now.
Yeah.
The old wank bank.
Wanksy.
Fuck's sake.
What else
Yeah.
has been going down?
I feel like there was a lot of news. Like, I had it in my head that I had loads of stuff to talk about last week, and now I can't even remember what it was. Hate when that happens.
Wine gums.
Wine gums, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on the old wine gums.
Why do
These aren't
people-
even wine gums, are they?
Yeah, wine gums.
Pity we
What do you
couldn't do
think
the
of-
kids' voices like in the ad, the Haribo ad.
I like these ones very much because they're Imagine if your man was here, he could do a fucking accent.
Oh, yeah, the other flat.
What's his
Yeah.
name?
Should have mind him. I
Don't
don't know.
mind him, sure.
Haven't seen him in ages, can't even remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what's the story with wine gums? Like, why? I can't understand the way
Peter,
people.
wasn't it?
Puido.
What's there something
No,
like that?
sorry, I thought I had it. Go on, what
I
was
don't know.
that?
Sorry, go on.
Wine
anyway.
gums?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like the way people are like, oh, I like the green ones or red ones, whatever. Just
Yeah.
wine gums, just eat them. Like,
I can't understand how you don't see any difference between them.
I don't see colour. I just eat them.
But do you taste difference?
No,
That's madness, man. The
they just
purple
taste like
ones,
sweets. Like,
The purple ones are hands down the best, and the green ones aren't great. Yellow ones aren't great. Yeah, I would go purple, red, orange if I had to.
yeah.
There's
Nah,
definitely
man.
a different
Are
taste.
you,
like-
would you be as well? Would you be like that?
Yeah, would you?
Yeah.
I actually prefer the green ones.
yeah,
man.
yeah. I
But
don't
like
mind the green
every-
one every now and then.
Every fucking sweet, do you know, you'd have fruit pastilles or something like that, and someone's like, "Oh, I only like the purple ones." You're thinking,
yeah,
why,
they're,
man?
They're definitely way different, man. Oh, your taste buds are ghosts.
Well,
Probably, yeah,
Everyone-
probably from not smoking.
Everyone has their type.
No,
oh no, I think
know,
smoking is
yeah.
supposed to ruin your taste buds.
Yeah, that's
though,
what I
isn't
mean. That's what I mean. Like, I'm
But you
joking.
never
Like,
smoked,
I
yeah.
know, that's what I'm
Oh,
doing.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying, like, you know, I fucking,
Why are
I
yours
could have
fucked?
just smoked, like,
it?
I could have just smoked for years, and then I'd be able to fucking have a favourite wine gum.
Now
That's
we have
weird.
the
No, I just don't.
frozen bread sorted out.
No, I don't. I still have to freeze some
Tastes
bread.
better to you because you didn't smoke.
No. But they, I don't know. But like, and another thing I can't understand is the way someone would have like a half a packet of sweets in their car. Why is there half a packet of sweets? Why didn't they eat them all? Like,
Yeah.
how can you do? How do you have that? I don't have that self control to be
I
just
used
like,
to be.
I've had enough sweets. I'm going to put down that half a packet.
Yeah.
Nah.
No, I definitely eat a full packet now, alright, if I opened it. But I used to be the kind, if I was in people's houses and say, like, you look in their fridge and they've loads of chocolate or something, I'm like, how are you not eating this? Like,
Yeah,
'cause
yeah,
I
yeah.
would eat the fuck out of it. And now, these days, there'd be a load of shit in my press and I just don't even bother
Yeah, but I
touching it.
think that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That's the key.
I don't even buy stuff like that
because the
anymore.
more you look at it, the more you get sick of it. You know?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think you only want it when you don't have it.
I think I was just deprived of like nice sweets and shit when I was younger. So then when I got older, I got enough money to buy them for myself. And now I can just eat as much as I possibly
Did
can.
you not
So
rob
that's
them,
why
no?
I'm a
No,
greedy
yeah.
bastard.
We didn't have
Why?
money
Because
for
I'm
them.
from South Hill, is
Stop
it?
us.
Me and Eugene didn't have that problem. We Eugene.
We'd had no money for sweets, but we still got sweets.
We still got the discounts.
Yeah.
The 5 fingers.
Oh yeah. I used to have keyrings out of Pound City.
No good.
Come
Can't eat
see.
them.
Yeah. I don't know why. Like, do you know all the surname ones? It'd be like
Oh, yeah,
your
yeah.
surname behind it, and it'd be the meaning behind the pure stupid things. Like, no, you know why you want them. The biggest thing now I ever robbed myself and one of the lads went into some shop out in the Crescent, and we got a one for all remote, and it was about £20 or something at the time. It was the
Like a
remotes that you could just
universal
use
remote
for everything.
control.
Yeah,
I'm just
And
taking
we-
notes here to rat him out.
Actually, we thought, man, that we were after pulling off this big fucking heist. Like, we were shitting it now, like, fucking hell. But it never really went much further than past that, thank fucking God.
Jesus.
So,
Yeah, we were little bastards now, in fairness, when we were younger. We'd steal a few things here and there, do you know? Nothing
Steal.
major,
Not
like,
major, no. Shh.
But like,
But I don't know. Like, remember the time we burnt down the...
Oh yeah. Yeah, like fucking, I remember the lads now, especially around where we grew up, like, would go into town robbing, and sometimes they just go in acting the fool, like to try and get a chase from a security guard. Like, that was like a hobby, going in trying to get a chase from a security guard. So they go in and do something, and then they'd run back to where we grew up, and as soon as we got there, like, the security guard would just turn around and walk back.
Yeah.
Like, not going in there.
No, when I was actually... When I used to be going around town or whatever when I was younger, because I used to do shit like that, like, do you know what I mean? I literally did a handful of times and fucking ended up getting caught in Tesco one time, roaring crying inside the security office.
No way.
I swear to God, I was 27 now, I'm slagging, but I was only fucking about 12, I'd say. We were inside there, and my brother was older as well, and fucking he was there, and he fucking had done it a few times, whatever, so he picked up a big packet of Skittles, and he bit him, and to get the air down, to shove him up his top, or something like that, and he put him away anyway, and fucking... I think I had a big dairy milk, and I had a couple. It was around the time Rice Krispie Squares first came out.
Yeah.
So I had a few of them, and had a big dairy milk, and had fucking a couple of other things. And one of the lads was there, and he was after buying a pizza, and fucking. So you had one or two things in a bag, and then you had a few things you robbed, and 3 of us then got tore into the fucking security office. Man, it was the worst experience of my life. Like, I swear to God,
give you a snap.
There was no guards or nothing, man. That's how shitting it I was. Like, there was no guards. It was just a security guard. Like, but that's how much of a scare it gave me at about 12 years of age. You know what I mean? So I just never did anything like that again. Like, but I remember walking around town, like, we'll say, with fucking lads from school or where fucking people he was hanging around with or whatever, and certain people were like, oh, I can't go into that shop and barred from this shop and barred from that shop, and I can go into all of them then because I wasn't. And I went into fucking Champion Sports, and I wrote my name on the fucking, in the room, in the change room, with a marker. I wrote my name on the wall. Yeah. And literally, I was outside then, and a man says to me, "Oh, you Walsh?" I looked at him, I was like, "That's not me at all." He was like, "Yeah, it is, yeah, David Walsh." I was like, No, it's not. He was like, "It fucking is, yeah, you have to write your name there inside the change room." I was like, no. And I ended up getting barred out of fucking Champion Sports team for that. So I was barred from fucking sports shop, walking around with all these people who were barred from everywhere else, and I didn't even fucking do it. Well, I did. Like,
yeah. I only did a small thing.
Yeah,
it was fucking like, I'd say all the lads that we grew up with were just deadly for that kind of shit. Like,
except for you.
Like, yeah, I was good now, in fairness to me.
I was very good.
Yeah, I was always too worried about, like, what would happen back home, like, do you know what I mean? I did stupid shit now as well, like, but nothing too serious, like, you know.
For anyone listening on the audio, Russell's staying quiet.
I never claimed to be anything else, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it was a thing, like, fucking, I don't know, man, we grew up in one of those kind of areas, like, you know, like, you just go around doing stupid shit like that to entertain yourself.
But I don't know why, I was like you know, I just used to think of fucking consequences the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm literally around fucking people just doing every sort of thing, but I'd be just there standing in the background going, nah, I wouldn't do that because of this, or I wouldn't do that because of this, and I wouldn't suck that, and I wouldn't lick that, you know.
I'm sure now a lot of the lads you grew up with were the same, like, but some of the lads that we grew up with were just absolute, like, sociopaths, like, weren't they? They didn't give a flying fuck about anything, and they'd get caught, like, and it's not like their parents didn't give a shit or whatever, like, they would get the shit kicked out of them at home, like, back when parents used to actually hit their kids, like, they would get the shit kicked out of them. They get grounded and this, that, and the other thing, and, you know, every kind of punishment you could think of, they just come out and do it again. They didn't give a fuck, like, and there's like, you could never relax around them, because if you were walking through town, you just don't know what they're going to do next.
Yeah, you know? I was often there, man, walking through town or something, someone just fucking grab someone's fucking phone off him, like, or something, and you have to run in there thinking, oh my God, what the fuck.
Snatching people's hats was a big one back in the day.
Remember that? I used to hate that.
Oh man, and like, we'd be walking along, we could be like 10 years of age, and one of the boys would jump up in the air and snatch a hat off like 25-year-old or something, and then we're all like, oh shit, you have to run, like,
you've no choice then but to run, because you're just going to get paid too.
You get down the road then and throw the hat away and think it was very funny, like, you could have just left him.
Eugene is happy now that we've stopped doing that.
Yeah, I likes my hats.
People would call your hat, like, they'd say that your hat got snavelled. Snavelled. Did you ever hear that one?
Remember that scaunching lighters?
Remember that huddle? Do you ever remember that? No. Where you take something off someone and then you turn to all the boys and go huddle, and everyone goes into huddle and you pass the thing around, and then everyone comes out of the huddle. You don't know who has it.
And then there's some wanker there that just, and it's meant to be a joke, and then there's some wanker there that just fucking holds onto it, and everyone's thinking he has it, like, and he never gets back to him.
Bullying at its finest, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah, that was a cunt. No, when you're back. The hats, man, he used to hate my hats. He used to get snatched.
We used to do that with lighters and everything. Like, one of the boys go, give us a lighter, give him the lighter, and then he turns around to the rest of the lads, huddle. Yeah. And we're like, give me back the fucking lighter. That's gone. Oh man.
And then you can't light your candle.
Most of the time, the other person who started the huddle wouldn't actually pass it off at all. He just turned around, huddle, and put it into his pocket or whatever.
Or into his
And he'd be like,
jocks.
I don't know, no, give it to one of them.
I don't have your tacky, and it's sticking out of his jocks.
It got such to a stage, if you got somebody's lighter, when you got home, you'd ring them and say, I got your lighter.
Yeah.
It's gas.
It was
like
a win.
In the lighter.
I'd feel bad, yeah. I'd feel bad for people that grew up in pure posh areas where nothing like that happened, though. You know, because we were always up to something. It was always a great laugh, even though it was stupid. And a lot of times it was like destructive shit. You know, we were breaking things and just being a nuisance. You don't even think of it when you're a little kid. Like,
Antisocial, we can claim it to be today. Like,
Getting Hasbos.
Oh yeah, very bad. Like, I remember like they started trying to do up the area. Do you remember that? And they had all these like workers, that as we used to call them, the workers that come along during the day, and they'd like fix something up, and then we come along that night and break it back down and wreck it. And we thought it was hilarious. Oh man, they ended up having to hire security and everything to patrol the area.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there was a jackhammer got robbed and everything. Remember, out of the workers' cabin or whatever, like a big fucking
Gone up the road.
a big proper, pneumatic fucking jackhammer. Like,
No use for it
but,
whatsoever.
yeah.
Like,
And the security guard came down. He was like, lads, look, I know you know who took it. Like, you know, that poor man now is going to lose his job, and you know, if his boss finds out that this was taken, like, and listen, we were all sitting there and we were like, man, we would tell you, like, we genuinely don't know who, like, we didn't know, like, and then all of a sudden one of the lads just stands up and goes, I'll show you where it is.
yeah.
Like, you bastards, you knew, like. 'Cause he saw your man taking it or whatever, like, so he just gave it back. It's like, man, you just never know what's gonna happen around there, like.
Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah.
as you can see, we were influenced by our environment. You know?
Oh yeah, definitely.
100%. It's weird that the things that we think are normal like that, other people wouldn't think is normal from
That's what
shit
I've
you'd
often
see,
said,
man.
yeah. By the time we were like 10 years of age, we'd pretty much seen everything, like seeing
No,
people getting robbed, badly assaulted, houses getting robbed, cars getting robbed.
Or when you wake up in
and
the morning, there's a fucking a patch of the green or of someone's fucking garden or something taped off with the garden tape or something, and you're looking, going, what happened in there? And you find out what happened. You're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Do you know? And that's it then. Like,
Yeah.
whereas if that was someone from fucking a different area, or whatever, and they come in and be like, what? This fucking happened here?
Yeah.
Whatever, and we're just like, oh yeah, it's just another fucking one.
And it was all like
It's
funny.
always the
That was
same.
the funniest thing. When I think back about like some of the mad shit that we seen happening, we'd all be standing around laughing as kids, like thinking it was very funny. Most kids would be terrified. Like,
Yeah.
we're painting Limerick in an awful light now, like, but this is
I know,
just
yeah.
like
Certain areas. I
certain
suppose.
areas
obviously-
back in the day.
That's where all our psychological issues come from, like, you know,
No.
Yeah.
trust issues.
We used to be there, like, we used to literally be sitting down in home, and our bedroom is at the back of the house, and that was kind of looking out. You could kind of see some of the main road from there, and the window be open, whatever, and you'd hear a car coming down the road, and you could judge there's lines kind of going across the road. You know, there'd be a big fucking, I'd say, could be like a 20-foot slab, we'll say. Do you know, the road is just made up of all them. So there was a line, and each time you drive over it, you'd hear it.
Oh, yeah.
You'd know if there was a robbed car coming down the hill by how fast it was hitting the lines. You'd just hear, hitting like that, and you'd be like, oh, what's that? And next thing, everyone's ears would just cock up, and you'd hear the fucking car pulling handbrake then or whatever, and everyone would be out fucking watching.
It's
mad,
gas, like, isn't it?
Cups of
I
tea and
think it's
fucking whatever you're eating just in your hand, and you're out standing at the corner fucking watching what's going on. Like,
It's mad. It's mad how you
EastEnders.
just get so used to that kind of shit and desensitized to it. Like, do you know, like if you see someone getting badly assaulted or whatever, like you're just like, do you know, it's no big deal. Like, it was fucking weird. Like,
EastEnders numbers used to go down in our areas because people were watching the drama outside,
Yeah.
not inside.
yeah, and absolutely everyone had the cable tapped in. Not one person paying for it. Like, but what I'm talking about where I grew up is Watergate Flats. Like, that's completely different now these days. It's like a different fucking. Just like a completely different place altogether. Like back then, the place was just like the Wild West. Like, and it for some reason it attracted everyone
It
from
wasn't
all the other
people living
so-called
there.
bad areas.
It's
That's what I'm
over
saying.
the centre of town.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah,
used to
yeah.
just come up and meet in the
It
centre.
attracted everyone from everywhere. Like, so all the other dodgy heads from everywhere around the place used to all just meet up there. Like, and the shit that used to happen there.
Especially all them scumbags from...
from my area.
Yeah. coming down around my area, making the place look
If
bad.
anyone doesn't know, like, you know, you can't really think like, oh, Watergate Flats. I wonder where that is. If you look it up, you're not going to. But if you want to find out where I grew up, just watch a documentary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's plenty of them. Like,
Yeah.
That's
Fuck's
mad, didn't he?
sake.
He was the quietest out of us. How did that happen?
I don't know.
But there now goes show. Maybe it's not your environment, like. Because law of
it
averages,
is.
you should ended up.
No.
You should ended up worse than us. You
Yeah,
know
but
what I mean?
that's the whole like nature nurture debate. Like your nature,
Yeah.
I think, is always going to win out. Like, you know, if you are a fucking psychopath, you're going to be a psychopath,
but
no
a
matter where you
psychopath's
grow
born,
up or whatever.
But a sociopath is made.
Yeah, but you'd have to be
I don't
fucking.
think
I'm
so.
not. See, I'm not easily led. I was never easily led.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
That's what it is. Like, do you know what I mean? By fucking 90% of the people that I know that did get in trouble and stuff like that, it's just because they were fucking easily led.
Yeah,
Like.
tell them
Do
to
you know,
do
other
something,
people
it'll
just
be-
probably be mental.
You
case
were
or
doing
whatever,
the
like, but-
leading.
No, I wasn't doing the
You were the
leading.
one going, man, do it, it'll be funny.
Yeah, go on, yeah, hit him.
You were the devil on their shoulders.
Yeah, burn it.
But it's mad how much things have changed, man. 'Cause it's nothing like that anymore. Like the flats these days, it's not even called the flats anymore. Like, because they don't even have flat roofs anymore. They put proper roofs on them now. Like, and they've renovated the
What's it
whole
called now?
area.
Like Watergate Apex.
Apartment complex. That's
Oh,
what it's
yeah?
called, yeah. I only
posh
saw
now.
that recently.
It's all posh.
It's unrecognizable, like, compared to when I grew up there, like. But in saying that, no, it was genuinely the nicest people you'd ever meet in your life that lived there, like. You know, really fucking, it was a proper community, like, where everyone looked out for each other and that kind of shit.
Yeah.
I missed that big time when I moved out of there.
Yeah, but
man,
it was
'cause you don't
obviously
get
the
that
same
everywhere.
as well. Same up in South Hill as well.
Yeah,
like, do you know what I
yeah,
mean? You
exactly.
literally there'd be certain houses there, like, and the door would just fucking open
Yeah.
24 hours a day, and no one would go in there or anything. You'd be like, that's such a person's
and
house.
like
Leave them after.
if something happened to you out on the road, all the neighbours would be all right, well,
They'd
shit,
be
you
all
know.
straight on,
It's like,
yeah.
something could happen to you where I live now, and I'd say the neighbours would close their curtains. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It's like not getting involved, you know.
Not our
And like
friend.
it used to, it used to actually be like going around to the neighbour's house to get a cup of milk or something till the morning, because that was the thing back then. There was no such thing as like
Or a
24-hour
handful of
shops.
skins.
Nah,
But
one
now
of my
today,
cars smokes, like.
if you give somebody a cup of milk, they think you've adopted them. Like, you know
Yeah,
what
but
I
that's
mean?
weird. You never hear of that anymore. Like
Nah.
sugar, milk and sugar now used to always be the things, because like said we were young kids and there was my mother, like, and then she wasn't driving or anything, so if she didn't get to the local shop by 7 o'clock or whatever time
Yeah,
it was,
yeah,
it
yeah.
could be 9 o'clock and she'd go, fuck, I've no milk
You'd
left.
have to walk for fucking half an hour to get to
and she
24
couldn't,
hour
like,
or
with
whatever.
all the kids or whatever,
Yeah.
so you just go to the neighbour and get a
It's
bottle of milk.
mad. Like, I'd be ashamed of my life to ask for my neighbour for a bit of sugar
I
or
know,
something. I
imagine
wouldn't.
doing
No,
it
but
now, like-
it's not even. You know what? I wouldn't even be ashamed of my life. I just wouldn't. Plain,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
wouldn't do it.
do without it.
I've been there, man, so many fucking times, and I'd get in home, and if obviously if the child was gone to bed now or something, that'd be the only time where I'd be limited, that I couldn't,
Yeah, yeah.
whatever. And I'd go out to make a cup of tea, and there'd be no sugar there, and it's just literally no sugar there. I have no sugar. But why? But yet, if I'm walking in and out, like, and I see the neighbours outside or whatever, I'd be like, oh well, how are you? And chatting away, but wouldn't dream of
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
saying like, come here, we wouldn't have an old fucking quarter bag of sugar there.
Yeah,
Whatever.
same, yeah.
They're making some old tail
It
sandwich.
used to always be like, there was one neighbour in particular, like, that my mother would always send me to, like, and she'd give you a full bottle of milk, and then my mother would buy her back one in the morning. Like,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
It wasn't like a little cup of milk or whatever, but
Or when you get sent up to someone for a hammer or something, be like, come here, have you got a lint of voice grips? And you never give it back. Then, like, you think, oh, that's what's his name's voice grips, so must give that back, and then
Yeah.
it's there years later.
yeah, I probably
Rusted.
still have people's tools, actually.
Yeah. I probably have them.
Getting passed around the place. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gas though, man, how much things have changed. Like, you'd be doing well now to get a fucking an apartment or whatever they want to call them in the flats
I
these
thought you were
days.
going
Like.
to say about the milk.
Oh, yeah.
Seems we're on all that.
It's a
topic.
fucking nice spot now, like.
But seems we're on
It's
that.
right in the middle of town as well.
The sulky racing.
Oh, yes,
That's what I
yes.
asked you about.
A listener sent in, what's our opinion of the sulky racing on the roads?
But I like, as long as they're not fucking, I don't know, as long as they're not fucking whacking the horse out of it, like, and they're looking after the horse, then fair enough. Like,
Yeah,
And
yeah.
trust me, them horses get better taken care of than we do.
a lot of them do. Yeah,
I think the thing that's kind of forming my opinion on it, there's a few things. Like, I think, like, one thing, it is a bollocks, like, when you get stuck behind them, when you come along and you're like, fuck, the sulkies, their boys are up above.
Yeah.
But I've never come up behind them when I've been in a mad rush that I have to get somewhere.
Yeah.
So, like, usually I pull up behind them and I'm kind of like, trying to get a look, like, and you're like, fuck it, I'd like to be up there and see who's going to win. That's the way
Yeah.
I'd be like.
Yeah, but the
But-
racing he's probably on about is the ones that's taking on the that's happening on the Nace Road lately. But it's
But everywhere, like.
what you call it, a 2 mile spin. It only 4 minutes and odd is most. The fastest will do it in 4 minutes.
Oh, proper racing you're
sulky,
talking
that's
about.
what
Oh
he's
yeah,
on
I thought
about,
you
the
just
sulky
meant going out.
racing.
Oh yeah.
Sulky
Well,
racing,
That's
like,
just what they're into. Like, it's
Yeah.
not. It's frowned upon by the government and stuff like that. It's illegal. Fair
It
enough.
should be
But the
supported.
horses, man, I fucking know a lot of people that have them horses. Man, them
Yeah.
horses are well taken care
Yeah.
of. I know fucking people there, man, get up every single morning and go feed the
That's
horses,
their whole
walk
thing,
the
like,
horses.
yeah.
They even. Some of them would even have, like, do you know, they have a young fella or whatever on his
Yeah.
summer holidays or whatever. Like, you look after my horse now for the summer, and I look
Yeah,
after you and make sure no one goes near it, blah blah blah. And
They
they're
could be doing a lot worse,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
they should be supported.
But
At
that's
end
that's
of
the other
day,
point
like,
I was
you
going to make. Like, we're supposed to do it. You know? if there was like somewhere that they could go and actually
Mandela.
do it properly, yeah, do you know, Mandela. Like if you're into cars, there's a few places you can go and race. There's drag strips and shit like that. I don't know about horses though.
But it's a hobby for these lads.
Yeah.
You don't see people saying, "Well, get rid of golf." I hate fucking golf. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
I'm
think
not
of
out
it-
there trying to get rid of it.
But
like,
think
you
of
know
it,
what I mean?
if
Golf isn't holding up traffic.
But think
Yeah,
of
but
it,
it doesn't matter. It
if
should
there was
be-
no golf courses and nowhere to play golf, people are going to be doing it out in the road, out in the field and
Yeah,
stuff, and it'd be
exactly.
very dangerous.
Yeah.
Do you know?
People
But
will be
that's
complaining, then he's
that's-
ripping up my grass now,
Yeah.
that stupid golf club.
You fucking ripping up my grass, or
Yeah, but
there's
what
golf
have
balls
they
flying
got?
past.
They have got golf clubs.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's what I mean. So
Right.
they need to bring it place, but for proper enthusiasts that actually look after the horses and take care of them and stuff like that, because they're taking the best care of them because they want them to perform the best on the day that there is a race or something like that. So they're not going to be
That's
cruel
the
to them.
thing,
Like,
like,
do you know what I mean?
anyone who's involved in that is looking after their horses.
Yeah.
They're not
And not
someone who
only-
has a shitty old horse thrown out in the field somewhere and then he
Exactly.
takes him out
And
once
not
a year
only
for a
that,
race. Like,
the horse programs that are running today, where young lads are, there's things, interventions with young lads with the horses,
oh
and
yeah,
they're
yeah.
thriving with them.
Yeah, because
They're
it's
loving
teaching them
them.
responsibility
Yeah.
and everything
Exactly.
and giving them a
But
purpose
exactly.
and all
Surely there'd be some place where they could fucking be like, okay, once a month we're gonna this industrial estate or whatever on a Sunday we're gonna
has
close
to be.
off this fucking section of road and you can hold this event or whatever the fuck.
They need a 2 mile straight.
I did see something
Yeah.
recently where
Is it 2
they were-
miles?
2 mile, yeah.
on Facebook they
rest
were
don't
talking
mind.
about they can apply for a permit for some road or something like that.
Yeah.
I think they might have to pay for it or whatever, but yeah.
But
they should,
what's
like-
the harm in it? Like if the horses are well taken care of, what's the harm
yeah.
in it? Like
I think that's the only thing. The only thing is just the holding up traffic. That's what bothers people.
I
like.
think a lot of people as well bring their own biases into it as well.
Hmm.
They associate horses with other things and all that, and then they just look at
just
him.
with horses being mistreated and
Exactly.
stuff like
Not
that.
even being mistreated, but
But
to
with a certain
associate
type
with
of
other
people
type
and all
of
that.
people, and
Yeah.
they're stereotyped and all that, and they're just. But it's all most of them are doing, bringing their own biases into it, instead of just supporting them and saying, "Look, they could be doing a lot worse." You see young lads down there taking care of their horses every day. How bad?
Yeah,
They're not
there's a
out
lot
doing
worse.
Keeping them out of trouble,
There's
like,
worse
yeah.
they could be doing, like, yeah.
Exactly.
Like we would have grew up with a good few families like that, where the families are just into horses. Like these are just like, you know, that's their thing. Like
I
they
saw
love them.
with one of the lads the other night, they were all getting ready to head off at 3 o'clock in the morning to the race. Not a bother, like,
Yeah,
you know.
it's a big thing.
that's
Like,
what
and
they
it's
like.
a lot of preparation goes
Yeah.
into it, and a lot of money spent on those
Yeah.
horses.
The only,
as well,
I think the only bad thing about it, the only thing that I can kind of, you know, see where people are getting pissed off with is it is probably dodgy, you know, for the cars on the road. But the way that they do it is that they have all that's going to happen is that they're going to get stuck behind. Do you know? It's not as if there's cars coming forward,
For
fucking
5
towards
minutes.
them, whatever. Like, do you know what I mean?
5 minutes.
So like that's the only thing that you'd kind of see. Oh yeah, that's why they're getting so bad about it, because they're holding up all the
Because they
traffic.
have to look at it. Because like,
Yeah,
instead
but-
of a few minutes, that's a, like, what are they saying? So, ban all tractors. How many
know.
times you get caught behind a tractor? You know what I mean? Just
a
get
lot
over
more
yourselves.
than a lot more than trotting.
Oh,
like.
100%,
Exactly.
yeah.
Get over yourselves and just let the boys do the race and then drive on after it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because these lads, that's what they get their high out of.
Hmm.
That's their passion. That's what they like doing. You know, that's their buzz. Some lads like to go skateboarding, rollerblading, all that, golfing, all that. But these lads, that's what they
Rollerblading.
get their buzz out of.
Yeah,
do you know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
I would say
The
now
fuck?
that out my way, I've seen, I've passed actually once or twice, as you can see here, when sometimes when the horse dies, they just leave it on the road and they just fucking leave it there. Like, the horse would get a heart attack or something. like
That'd
that.
be fucking
But
yeah.
they should have the responsibility of taking the animal away or
Oh,
something.
100%,
I've
yeah.
seen
Yeah.
them before being left inside in the ditch out the N24 there, where I'm from and stuff like so. But I won't say they're all good. Like, some of them just don't give a bollocks about the horse as well. Like, so.
But I
That's
know,
why the
like
dog owners are the same.
anyone that,
Cat owners are the same. You'd always get the bad and you always
Yeah,
get the
yeah,
good.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
but anyone that I've came across now that's proper into it, I know for a fact, like if someone tried to just leave a horse at the side of the road like that, they'd nearly go over and take the other person's horse and get that fucking taken away for him, like, or whatever, if the other person didn't give a bollocks, like.
Exactly.
So there'd be a minority, all right, of people that would fucking not give a bollocks and just leave the horse there afterwards, but most of them fucking wouldn't do that, like.
Yeah, there's always going to be a few that act the bollocks, like,
Exactly.
but it is a big thing to a lot of these lads that are into it, like a lot of lads.
And that's it. They're not just going like, oh yeah, sure, we'll go out there and try to break the law. This is the thing that they like, but there's no regulations for it, and there's no where that allows them to do it. So they're just doing it their own way. They're just rebelling and doing it their own way, and fuck it, leave them off. Why not?
Yeah, it's like the whole the old modified car scene. racer scene like that I was mad into for many years, like myself. Do you know?
Oh, you like
They
the boys
do a
all
lot of stuff as well, where like they organise races in certain areas where they shouldn't be doing it. And blah, blah,
I
blah.
remember.
Do you know?
Remember, actually, I'm just after really thinking of it there. I remember actually we seen a fella's car on one of them fucking on the newspaper. There was one of them a sulky race on, and there was someone's car in it, and we knew we were meant to remember that.
Wasn't that on the news? No,
It was on the news
video,
and everything.
like,
Yeah, we're looking going,
Yeah.
lads.
Were you ever at one?
No.
Was that a few? No.
I drove up into one by accident loads of times, like, you know, stuck behind one, like, but yeah, I was never really stuck behind it that long. And like I said, it's easy to say, it's no big deal when you're like, I'd say if I came to it now one day, say you got a phone call, like, and it was like, oh, someone's sick or something, you have to fucking get there fast, like, and then you get stuck behind them, you'd be like, the bastards. That would change your opinion straight away forever. Even if that was the only time you ever came across them, you'd hate it then, like.
But there's some people, man. There's some people on the road that just, no matter what you're doing, you could be doing nothing at all wrong. You could be in a lane, we'll say, on the road, and then there's someone comes up beside you and thinks that you're in the wrong lane, even though you're not, because whatever way you're turning, they're fucking and screaming and effing and blinding, and you can guarantee when they get home and they're like, oh, it's this fucking cunt in the car. He did this and he did that, blah, 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 blah. And you might have done nothing wrong.
And if you
you can imagine,
if you happen to be driving like a BMW or something, then BMW drivers are all cunts.
Exactly.
So same thing.
But it's like, so if they see something like that kind of, imagine that kind of person seeing something like that going on, this is going to be the biggest thing in the world for them. Like, they're like, and they were fucking there, and one fella had his arm out the window, he could have been killed. Oh, fuck off out of it, like. You know what I mean?
But anyway, if it wasn't him, it'd be something else with the road rage, you know, so.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a bastard behind the wheel myself, lads, and like I often wondered why that is, like, do you know? It's like I'm pure chilled out. I'm pure chilled out like all the time. Even if I was walking down the road now, this is the thing that I thought about. Like if I was walking down the road and someone wasn't looking where we're going, they bumped into me, I'd usually go, oh sorry, geez, you're alright, or whatever, even though it was their fault.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, then I get behind the wheel of a car and someone pulls out in front of me and I'm like, yo, prick, what are you doing? You know?
You feel
like,
powerful
what
with
is
all
this
that
about? Like,
horsepower under your legs, you know.
I don't know what it is, man. I don't even have that much horsepower most of the time when I'm driving.
When you're holding your steering wheel, it looks like you're holding someone will eat your crumb.
A cram.
Hello, what else is going on? We sorted that one, I know, for whoever rang in.
No.
Now we know.
That was a good discussion, no?
It was, yeah.
So that's it. Send in your subjects to the Snapchat and we'll try and talk about them.
Yeah. How long have we gone there, Mikey? Have we a while left?
Well, about 3 minutes left.
Oh, Jesus
3
Christ.
minutes?
Well, time for Mikey, so.
I wanted to mention fucking fair play to Lee Reeves. Won his last fight there. Was that last weekend? Weekend before-ish?
Weekend before we did
recently,
that,
anyway. He's for anyone who doesn't know, he's a Limerick boxer, turned professional not too long ago. He's on 4-0 now,
4 wins,
with 3 knockouts.
And he battered your man.
Yeah, he finished him in like a minute and a few seconds or something, wasn't it?
Yeah. He just literally started pummeling him in the
stayed up
corner,
all night to watch it, man. And it was streamed live on Facebook and it was perfect all night, high quality and everything. And then when it got to his fight, a different stream started and it was I couldn't see it. And it froze. Lee got his opponent into the corner and it froze. Yeah. And then when it unfroze, the fight was over. A few seconds later.
That's what happened to me as well. And I saw it the next day in proper quality on Facebook.
I was sickened. I stayed up till after 5 in the morning.
The one time I stayed up for a Conor McGregor fight was in Spain.
Oh, yeah.
I was in Spain and I stayed up all night to watch it. And the picture
was
sound. It was brilliant all night now. I would say all the other fights. And boom.
Man, the amount of
time when his fighting came on then.
Watching it.
So that's what turned you against Conor McGregor?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Fuck's sake. Yeah,
that's turned you against Lee now?
Times, boy. It's happened to me loads of times where you'll be watching it on a not so good stream.
Yeah.
And allegedly. And it will be fine all night. And literally, when the main event comes on, the boys come out and touch gloves. And as they're touching gloves, freezes.
It's just that's
it's like some cunt is doing it on purpose somewhere.
Yeah, but funny enough, I was watching it on satellite. I wasn't watching it online or anything. It was the actual BT channel from satellite.
Definitely someone acting fool. So the other thing was, speaking about boxing, Katie Taylor has confirmed her next fight, hasn't she? Her next for the next belt, the 4th belt, I think, on the 1st of June. Can't wait.
Some woman for one woman, I have to give it to her.
She's gonna go down. She's gonna go down as the greatest female boxer. I hate saying female boxer, but you have to you know, because it's completely different. When you're talking
she
about
can't fight a fucking man, like.
I know, yeah. But
she's
gonna go down.
Yeah, she definitely would, yeah.
Oh yeah, she'd bet most of them probably. Yeah. But fucking this is the 4th belt now. If she gets this one, like, that's it, like, undisputed.
She'll
undefeated.
have the 4 of them all at once.
Yeah. She has 3 now, like.
I thought she had
She's going
4
for the last
already,
one. No, she's 3 now. So she's going for the last one, like, and yeah.
Fucking hell.
Fairly confident she'll get it too. Because no one seems to have anything for her, like, she's unbelievable. So yeah, that'll be a good one to watch as well.
Basham KC.
What else do we have? I'm trying
Kick
to
her in
think.
the funny.
I like that though. I like when there's a couple of subjects, things we want to talk about, and then we just go out on a ramble about something totally
Yeah.
unplanned because it just
Yeah,
flows.
yeah.
It flows way easier. Like
We
doesn't
should
it?
call
exactly.
this the Tangent Podcast. Because we always go off of one.
I was thinking as well, do you know the way, I don't know when it's going to happen, but whenever the new studio is ready, like, we're going to need something for the walls. If anyone has any suggestions of what we could do with the walls in the new studio, because this back wall here behind me always annoyed me, it's very bare.
Yeah.
I just can't commit to putting something on it, do you know what I mean? I don't know what to put on it.
Something within reason.
Yeah. Or if anyone has anything cool lying around that you don't use and that you might think would be cool in the studio walls,
Send it to
if you want
Jude
to donate
O'Doherty.
it, let us know. Yeah.
Bring to the laundrettes near
No,
John's house.
Jude, we'll never see it if Jude gets it. Like, he doesn't even come to the studio.
Ah, we
But,
mentioned his name.
Yeah.
Now he's going to appear. Don't say it again.
2 more times now.
Yeah.
Go and say it in the mirror 3 times before every podcast. No, I can't say much
Basket
now.
of laundry will appear beside you then.
You putting on a wash.
There's
Yeah.
Jude there,
Put on a wash, lad.
Say Whirlpool 3 times in the mirror and he'll appear.
Whirlpool.
Washing machines live longer with Calgon. Washing machines live longer with Calgon. AlHayesMotors.com.
Oh, yeah. Shit, I had a lot of other stuff there now, but we had a good old chat there now.
Yeah,
we
we
don't
did.
have much time left, do we? Is it
Yeah.
about that time for...
Go on, Mikey.
Oh, I'm afraid my phone's after going dead. So
Oh.
my template is fucking gone.
Bruh.
best.
Did you not just freestyle it?
Yeah.
Do something off the top of the dome?
Go ahead.
What you
Spit a
call
few-
him, man? 2 legs
And 2 arms? Just
and a chill with the shoes.
John.
Well, like, oh my God, it's totally a person's name.
I know a fella called John. Yeah, what else did I do, man? I fucking, oh shit. There was a woman
From
I don't know if this was in Ireland that it happened, but it was Irish news organisations and shit that were reporting it. But a woman woke up after 27 years in a coma.
yeah.
Man, I just saw that and I thought to myself, she's after waking up in a whole new planet, like literally.
27 years.
Imagine
Fucking
what
hell.
it was like 27 years ago.
But wouldn't her brain not be dead? Like,
There was
is
no
she
internet, there
actually
was-
Nah, because-
She's like-
is she cognitively aware? Like,
I
you
think
know what I mean?
so. She said anyway that she woke up, look.
Yeah,
So-
but sure, once you're in a coma, your brain is still working normally, isn't it?
In most
I don't
cases,
think so.
yeah.
Well,
Like a lot of
It'd
times they
depend,
will...
wouldn't it?
Well, obviously, it's not working to its full potential,
Yeah.
but it's still alive, like.
She was in a dream for 27
Yeah,
years.
it can be 100% working. Like a lot of the times they're aware and everything. Like they can hear you talking and the whole lot, but they can't
Fuck.
actually wake up. Like
Absolutely everything that you see around you is going to be new, like.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like imagine like if you went into a coma 27 years ago, and then someone standing beside you with a fucking smartphone, you're gonna be like, what the fuck is that?
What's that?
You're
Yeah.
like, oh, it's a phone. What do you mean? Like you're like everyone has one. I can call
Yeah,
whoever I
correct.
want in the world right now. I can take a picture of you and send it to anywhere in the world. Person will be like,
And they'll be like, what do you mean?
The fuck are you talking
How
about?
are you going to get this picture developed? They'd be thinking,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That's and anything at all. But
gonna
you know,
get an
fast
awful shock.
food and
Yeah.
fucking.
Even the difference in cars, like in the last 27 years, like they wouldn't
I
have
was saying
probably
you're
ever even seen an
wrong.
airbag, like you know?
Yeah.
The one
There's
thing
so
she'll
much
be,
shit.
Aye,
Internet,
No, definitely
like,
see seatbelts.
the one thing she'll be happy with
Just
is when they
about
tell
though,
her
man.
that all women shave down there now.
they would have only just about seen seatbelts, man. I'd say 27 years ago, a lot of cars didn't have to have seatbelts.
Yeah,
I'm sure that
suppose.
in the back you didn't have to have them.
Aye, she'll have 27 years work down there, like you mean.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
What's 27 years ago? 92, is it?
1991.
91.
She was in
Women
a car
don't
crash in
look back
1991 here. It says.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
She was
Man,
she was
91.
she was 32 at the time, so that means that she's fucking 60 nearly.
Take her years to learn how to walk and everything
Yeah.
again, I'd say.
59.
Fuck.
Like, what about walking and all that?
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
her
Relaxed
muscles will all
stiff,
be
yeah.
atrophied and shit now, like. But I don't know.
Maybe
Ah,
either
man,
way.
she had a 4-year-old son.
See, that's what I was thinking. Imagine if you had a child when it happened and then you woke up and your child comes in as an adult and they have a fucking smartphone. You'd be convinced that you're not after waking up.
Fucking
I'd
hell.
be lying there anyway going, nah, I'm still in some weird kind
She
of
literally,
dream.
she
This
picked
is-
him up from school, and
Yeah.
the crash happened. He only got a bruise in his head. Fuck me.
Fuck, man,
So
that's
he's
mad.
obviously totally aware of everything for the last 27
Yeah.
years. Do you know?
I
The
think
husband
like,
in is remarried and everything.
I think of any period of any period in history, like that would have been the worst one for it to happen. those last 27 years, like, if it had happened, say, back in 1930, she probably wouldn't have been too bad if she woke up in 1957. But now, like, man.
Yeah, but her husband's probably remarried, kids, everything.
Nah.
Best of luck trying to fucking explain all of this shit anyway to a 59-year-old now who just woke up.
Yeah.
She'd be like, a podcast? Hold on now, what's a pod and what's a cast?
The Celtic what? Pod means good and cast means thing.
Oh, man. Yeah, then...
Wait
what
a
else?
minute.
Oh, yeah, man, this was a funny story that I saw.
1 second, sorry. Since waking from the coma last year, she's been able to answer questions and even read some verses from the Quran. She's been receiving ongoing treatment in Abu Dhabi. She's becoming more responsive. Still remembered shit and everything, like.
It's crazy.
27
What's
years.
that? Even
Brain
Game
is
of Thrones podcast. She's even on about that, is she?
The episode last 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, that's
Not
just
the way
a
it's-
different
Yeah,
advertisement.
it's crazy, though, isn't it? Fucking hell, like, what a mindfuck. Just, I don't know, man.
I
It's so
just
hard to even
after-
understand.
Seeing a thing down the corner reminded me of a story. I saw fucking David Attenborough. He says he reckons he doesn't have long left to live. He's 92 years of age.
Lads.
Fuck.
How is it that people like him always seem to live so long? Like,
His brother lived as well to around 90, Richard.
Oh yeah.
he died not long ago. Was it last year?
2 years ago,
Is it?
a few years ago. No,
What did he do?
He was a movie director and actor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
He directed Gandhi.
Did he?
Made one good film but never came back again.
Yeah.
Who said that? Trigger, wouldn't it?
Oh, I haven't a fucking clue.
Only Foods and Horses.
Yeah, but this was a story I saw, man. I just thought it was hilarious. There was a parrot was jailed for yelling police when his owner's place was getting raided.
Fuck's sake.
They apparently had this parrot like as a lookout and trained him to fucking scream police when the police were coming.
That's like fucking. That's like that fucking dog that your man got arrested over his dog. What was that again? We were talking about here last time. He trained his dog to do something. Now
Oh yeah, Nazi salute. Yeah,
God, man, that's fucking
wasn't
madness.
even a Nazi salute, but he just
So
put
obviously
his paw-
that's they trained this fucking parrot now to do that.
Parrot
So why
taken
didn't
into custody.
Yeah, parrot taken into custody after warning drug dealers about police raid. Yeah, they had him trained to shout police when the police were coming.
he's going to know that it's police and everything. Like.
Well,
He probably would.
I know a
And
lot
some-
I know a good few canaries who got arrested over the years. All right.
depending, singing.
Singing like
But,
birds they were.
Some of these, it depends on the type of parrots, man. Some of them are highly intelligent.
Parrot arrested, like, come on.
I know, that's the fucking thing that made me laugh. A parrot arrested.
Not even
For
just
alerting
confiscated. Oh, he's caged. No, look at him.
Nah, he's a fuck. Is that him? That's a parakeet. That's
To put him in a
ringneck.
cage, in a cage.
That's not
Bit
even
mad,
a
isn't it?
parrot. I'm surprised he can even talk.
That's stupid. No, on it, arrested. They should just say confiscated or.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look, image for representation purpose only. That's not even a parrot that they put in the fucking image.
He was saying, Mama, police.
But he was screaming, "Policia, Mama, policia." Lads, that's
He must have been trained for this. One officer involved in the operation said
Yeah.
of the parrot's attempt to interfere with law enforcement. The Guardian reported as soon as the police got close, he started shouting. The bird's effort did not bear any. Oh Jesus Christ! Why does that read? Fruition. I was going to say fruition. Footage of the raid's aftermath by the R7 showed police
Cataloguing small bags of crack while the parrot sits obediently on a countertop next to a race car helmet and a glass bottle, according to the Washington Post.
Jesus Christ.
A man, a teenage girl, and a parrot were arrested.
Fuck's sake, lads, they're arresting parrots. Hide your dog, hide your cats, hide your parrots. They're arresting everybody out here. They're snatching up everybody.
I thought you were fucking going, oh, your parrot got arrested. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Ah, sure. Parrot's already in jail, and not a bother to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say we're about on time. Are we, Mikey?
Yep, that's it.
Right, so I suppose we leave it there for this week, yeah? Hopefully we'll all be back again next week.
Leave it there.
When what's his name might show up even.
Yeah.
You never know now.
I'll put on the wash.
Oh, look, what's his face? Yeah. And the funny thing is that washing machines live shorter with Jude gone.
Oh, yeah, because he's
like the opposite of Cal.
Because if he's gone from here,
Yeah, then
he's using his washing
yeah.
machine, so he's deteriorating it.
Yeah.
Washing machines live shorter with you gun.
Boom. And that's a nice message.
And on
to
that
finish
bombshell.
on.
Message!
Cheers to everyone who was in touch over the last few weeks on Snapchat at Celtic Pod and Facebook, Twitter at Celtic Pod. Look us up. Subscribe on YouTube.
Invite
iTunes,
your friends
Spotify,
to like things.
Google Podcasts, all of that stuff.
Wherever you get your podcast, that's just in the radio.
Yeah, wherever you get your
Wherever you
podcast
get your
from,
podcast is.
that's where we'll be.
That's
You
where
will-
we are.
You will find us. Just look in your heart. We'll be there.
And but mostly
And
look in your podcast apps.
Probably under your bed.
And if you're looking for guidance
Especially
in
him.
life,
Yeah.
this is the place.
This is
Yeah.
not the place.
This is not the place.
No.
Don't
I
go-
was being
no,
ironic.
no.
No, don't be listening to me. No. Jeez.
If you want to feel good about the place where you grew up,
Yeah. We all made it out
Tried
of the
to
hood,
hide
though.
from
We
your
all made
past.
it out of the hood. That's the good thing. That's the message. That's the happy
Speak
message
for
we'll end this
yourselves.
podcast on.
message.
Yeah.
Message.
We made it out the hood.
Message.
Episode 39.
And now I have a room with a light and everything.
Yeah. And a heater.
Yeah. Do you want to play us out there, Mickey? We're going to keep talking shit for the night.
Heater.
Sláinte.
Bye.
Sláinte.
Thanks. See you later.
Sláinte means cheers, but whatever.
Gonna miss you. Live near Gary on.